What if I told you that in your home, right now, you have the potential to grow an endless supply of fresh food? Even if you've never touched a plant before? What if the grocery stores suddenly closed tomorrow? Would you be prepared? Don't panic. Today, I am going to show you exactly how to start an emergency garden with 7 incredibly simple plants that anyone, and I mean anyone, can grow. This isn't about complex farming. It's about survival and self-sufficiency made easy. Let's dive right into the first plant on our list, a true champion for beginners, the humble potato. Forget buying seed potatoes. You can literally start with a regular potato from your kitchen. Have you ever left one in the pantry too long and seen those little white sprouts? Those are called eyes, and that's your starting point. All you need to do is cut the potato into pieces, making sure each piece has at least 1 or 2 eyes. Let them dry for a day or two to prevent rot. Then plant them in a bucket, a grow bag, or even a patch of soil in your yard. Cover them with about 3 to 4 inches of soil. As the plant grows taller, you'll keep adding more soil around the stem, a process called hilling up. This encourages more potatoes to grow along the buried stem. In just a few months, one single potato can yield a whole basket of new ones. They're packed with calories, vitamins, and are incredibly versatile. Next up, we have lettuce, specifically loose leaf varieties. Why loose leaf? Because you don't have to wait for a full head to form. With loose leaf lettuce, you can start harvesting the outer leaves in as little as 30 days. This is what we call a cut and come again crop. You just snip what you need for a salad, and the plant keeps producing from the center. It's the gift that keeps on giving. You can grow lettuce in containers on a balcony, a windowsill, or in a small garden bed. It prefers cooler weather, so it's a great option for spring and fall. Imagine stepping outside and grabbing fresh, crisp greens for your sandwich. It doesn't get much better than that. Plus, growing your own means no pesticides and no worries about recalls. Our third plant is a powerhouse of nutrition, spinach. Just like lettuce, spinach is a fantastic cut and come again plant. It grows incredibly fast, and you can start harvesting baby leaves in about 3 to 4 weeks. Spinach is loaded with iron, vitamins A and C, and it's perfect for salads, smoothies, or wilting into a warm dish. It also tolerates partial shade, which is a huge advantage if you don't have a spot with full, all-day sun. You can sow seeds directly into a pot or your garden. For a continuous harvest, plant a new small batch every 2 weeks. This method, called succession planting, ensures you have a steady supply all season long. It's one of the most efficient ways to get a lot of food from a small space. Moving on to number 4, let's talk about radishes. If you want the thrill of a super fast harvest, radishes are your go-to. Some varieties are ready to eat in as little as 3 weeks from planting the seed. 3 weeks! That's faster than getting a package delivered sometimes. They are perfect for impatient gardeners and for teaching kids about growing food. They don't need much space at all. You can tuck them in between slower growing plants or fill a small container. The peppery crunch of a homegrown radish is so much more intense and delicious than anything you'll find at the store. And don't throw away the green tops. They are edible and can be sauteed just like spinach. Now for number 5, we have green beans, specifically bush bean varieties. Unlike pole beans that need a trellis or support to climb, bush beans grow in a compact, bushy form, making them ideal for smaller gardens and containers. They are incredibly productive. From a small handful of seeds, you can get pounds and pounds of fresh green beans. They are also nitrogen fixers, which means they actually improve the soil quality for whatever you plant there next. You can start harvesting them in about 50 to 60 days. There's nothing more satisfying than that snap of a freshly picked bean. You can eat them fresh, steamed, or can them for long-term storage, making them a true staple for any emergency pantry. Okay, let's talk about herbs, and number 6 on our list is mint. A word of caution, mint is an enthusiastic grower. So enthusiastic, in fact, that it can take over your entire garden if you plant it in the ground. That's why I always recommend growing mint in a container. Put it in a pot, and it will be your best friend. It's incredibly hard to kill, thrives in sun or shade, and you can snip off leaves whenever you want. Fresh mint is amazing for tea, flavoring water, or adding a fresh kick to dishes. In a survival situation, a warm cup of mint tea can be incredibly comforting and can also help with digestion. It's a simple luxury that makes a huge difference. Our final plant, number 7, is the versatile and prolific zucchini, or summer squash. 1 or 2 zucchini plants can produce an astonishing amount of food, so much that you'll be trying to give it away to your neighbors. They grow fast and start producing in about 40 to 50 days. The key is to harvest them when they're small and tender, about 6 to 8 inches long. Don't let them grow into giant baseball bats. The plant will keep producing more flowers and more fruit as long as you keep picking. Zucchini can be grilled, sautéed, spiralized into noodles, or even shredded and baked into bread. It's a calorie-dense and incredibly useful vegetable for any emergency garden. So there you have it. Potatoes, loose-leaf lettuce, spinach, radishes, bush beans, mint, and zucchini. These 7 plants are your ticket to food security. But wait, there's more to success than just picking the right plants. You need the right strategy. First, start with good soil. This is non-negotiable. Your plants get all their nutrients from the soil. You can buy bags of potting mix or garden soil, but it's even better to amend it with compost. Compost is black gold for your garden. It adds nutrients, improves soil structure, and helps retain moisture. You can make your own from kitchen scraps and yard waste. Second, think about water. In an emergency, water might be rationed. Choosing containers with good drainage is crucial, but you also need to conserve water. Mulching is your secret weapon here. A layer of straw, wood chips, or even grass clippings on top of your soil will reduce evaporation. Keep the soil cool and suppress weeds. Watering deeply and less frequently is better than a light sprinkle every day. This encourages roots to grow deeper, making your plants more resilient. Third, location, location, location. Most vegetables need at least 6 hours of direct sunlight per day to thrive. Before you plant anything, observe your space. Watch where the sun hits throughout the day. Your sunniest spot is prime real estate for plants like zucchini and beans. Plants like lettuce and spinach can handle a bit more shade. If you're gardening indoors on a windowsill, a south-facing window is best. So, let me ask you this. Which of these 7 plants are you most excited to try first? Let me know down in the comments. I read every single one, and I'm curious to see what you're planning. If you've got your own favorite easy-to-grow plant that I didn't mention, share it with the community. Let's help each other become more prepared. Building an emergency garden is one of the most empowering things you can do. It's a skill that provides not just food, but peace of mind. You don't need a huge backyard or a fancy greenhouse. You can start today with a single pot, a single seed, and the knowledge you've gained right here. It's about taking that first step. And if you found this video helpful, do me a huge favor and hit that like button. It tells YouTube that this is valuable information and helps it reach more people who need to see it. And of course, subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss our next video. Because what I've shown you today is just the beginning. The next crucial step is knowing how to save the seeds from these very plants so you can create a truly sustainable food source that never runs out. You won't want to miss that. Thanks for watching, and happy gardening!